Yeah, so I'm just took off the brake lines. Actually, this shouldn't be that hard. Oh crap, I should cap that off before it all spills out.
Yeah, we don't have the coilovers here to show you, but they're from Technotoy Tuning, which is a pretty popular option for these cars.
Yeah, we have to like press in the bearings and stuff, and then we also need to take the spindle and put it in our coilover. So it's a pretty involved job. It's a big job. I would say not your average guy can just do this.
What's wrong with that?
That.
Put it this way.
It's pretty stiff. The electric ratchet would be nice right now.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Yes. Keep the washers.
Look at that spindle pin.
Oh wait, how many washers are in here? There's a bunch.
Keep track of that. That hella big.
Okay. Careful.
Keep that right here. Back there.
Alright, here we go. 1, 2.
Oh man, it's gonna be heavy.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Oh, how come there's no? There you go. All right.
Ready?
Yes, I think
Here we go.
that's pretty heavy.
Wow. We're gonna be done before Sam gets here.
Heavy piece of the car.
That only took like 20 minutes.
Sick.
Sick.
Okay, so it's the next day. We brought our old struts to the shop. We had to press this out of the old strut. This is the stub axle, which is reused on the new setup. And there's new bearings inside here. And this part is also reused. It's not your average strut job.
Pretty involved process.
Yeah. So it involves a press, and you have to press the new bearings. And
Yeah, so there's a inner bearing, there's an outer bearing, and then you gotta like press the bearing onto the stub shaft, and then you press that whole thing into here. It's like a whole procedure. But anyways,
well, if you have a press at home, you could probably do it, but
yeah, sure. If you have a press, yeah, you can do it.
well, otherwise, this is not really a bolt-on kind of thing. You can't just buy this and slap it on.
Yeah.
Well, at least you can with the front.
Oh yeah.
And we got the extended studs on here also.
Yep.
I really didn't like how the stock ones look. And hopefully I won't have to use spacers.
Yeah.
Because the brakes, I got a rear disc conversion, which might contact the wheel. Show you the wheel. We kind of mocked it up and it looks kind of close to here.
Yeah, because this is a reverse mounted wheel.
Yeah. So there's a lot of material here. Hopefully the caliper can clear that. It looked kind of close when we mocked it up, but we just have to see.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, it'll work.
So, yeah, let's pull this stuff in.
Okay, so the mounts from the factory are a D shape for the hole, and we just simply drilled it out to make it round so it can fit over these new shocks.
Yeah, and also these are like bigger diameter, so it doesn't go through there. So you gotta drill it, make it a little bit bigger.
Yep. Simple process.
Step it makes it super easy.
Oh, we didn't explain what's in here, or the strut. So it's a Coney yellow shock. It has Hyperco springs here. Pretty nice setup. And from Technotoy Tuning, you can have them. It's customizable spring rate, so you tell them what you want, and they'll make it for you.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
A little more.
That shows it. I had him set the coilover to like kind of a sport / like spirited driving type of setup. Somewhere in between. Because I do daily the car, but I kind of want, you know, some sportiness in it.
Sports car, huh?
It's a sports car. Damn right. But you can have these like super soft, and also the dampener is adjustable. You can probably see the little tab in there.
Yeah, and it comes with little knobs.
It won't focus. There's a little tab in there that you can put these knobs on. You can see, and you can adjust the dampening. All right, so we got the strut installed on the right side, and we're also doing the rear disc conversion. Looks pretty sick. How you think it went on?
It's like it was meant to have this. Everything just bolts on like normal.
Yeah, this kit is available through a Z-Car Depot, and you get like everything you need. The calipers are somewhere. You get all the brackets for it, the lines, the brake lines, and the pads.
So this is the adapter. This bolts onto the coilover or Strut, whatever.
It bolts on just back here.
And then it calipers bolts on here. Is there an e-brake cable bracket?
Yeah, it will have functioning e-brakes or parking brake.
Oh, and the best part, it fits over your wheels.
I was super worried about that.
Like it's this close.
Yeah, I can still run my wheel because these are kind of like a deep dish wheel. I was worried about it hitting back here, but it clears. It's good news.
What if it didn't work?
We'll sold the car.
Oh, that's it.
That's it, man. I can't put my brake. I'm selling it. It's like,
Worst case, I wouldn't have bought it. Actually, I wouldn't have bought it. I would just took it.
you want this?
Those are the car. I'll take both.
Yeah, and you get, you know, all the hardware you need here. So yeah, it's a bolt-on disc conversion. Pretty cool.
3 weeks later.
So fast forward a bunch of days and we're done. Well, it's been done, but I kind of forgot to record everything. So here it is, finished install. You see, there's your caliper bracket here, e-brake cable bracket here. I'm missing the little thing that goes here, but this line would go into this little slot here. I have it on the other side, but you know, the wheel's still on. I don't know if the average guy can install the rear coils because it involves using a press. So unless you have access to a press, I don't know if you can do this at home.
Yeah, you probably have to bring it to a shop.
Yeah. So we had to like press in new bearings and the whole hub thing to the spindle or the coil. But after that, you know, you just bolt on the 3 nuts up there and the control arm. So now I got actual height adjustment. Before I was just on a lowering spring.
A cut lowering spring.
Cut lowering spring. But now I can adjust it. It was actually too low, so I decided to do this. It rides pretty nice actually. They give you options on what you want for spring rates, and you just choose this one you want. So for me, this is kind of a street car, so I went with a softer spring rate.
No more race car, huh?
In my heart, it is the race car. So I never thought I would go disc brakes on the rear, because I thought it was fine. Well,
it is fine.
It was fine. Well, it is fine, but I decided.
But it was so much easier to do it with the coilover, so you might as well do it.
Yeah, that was the idea. So since I was already back here, might as well do that.
Because in order to do the disc brake upgrade, you also got to remove the whole drum brake setup.
No, in order to do the coilovers, you have to swap over the brakes.
Yeah, you got to do a lot of stuff. It's pretty crazy, but yeah. So that's done. So how's it stop?
Stops great. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a world of difference, but it's better. Plus, you get a lot more pad options versus drum shoes. Plus you get better cooling because you're not, you know, the pads aren't inside of a drum.
Yeah. Oh, then we also had to upgrade the master cylinder.
Oh yeah.
Here, let's
That was the one part that's holding us up. Okay, go ahead. So through Silvermine, oop, that's not supposed to be there. Through Silvermine, went ahead and ordered the 15/16 brake master. It's an upgrade. I think stock was, I don't recall what stock was.
5/8?
5/8, maybe something like that.
I have no idea.
So I had to order that since we went to rear disc, so it's slightly bigger, which will make up for the extra piston that the caliper has.
And then we got the Willwood proportioning valve in there.
We also had to do this, yeah, the Willwood proportioning valve. This is hooked up to the front, which will decrease or increase brake on the front, and then we just added a union for the rear brakes. So if you're upgrading to a rear disc conversion, you have to take apart this piece from your master cylinder. This is right under the master itself. It's just right where the line goes. Let me show you. So right down in here, where you hook up the line to, there's a 17mm nut. You have to take that out, remove this piece if you're going disc conversion, and then install the nut back. So what I did wrong was I threw away these little cone things that's supposed to go back in. So it would sit like this in the master, and then that other piece I showed you would go on top of it. You're only supposed to throw away that spring piece. So you only toss out this spring piece if you're doing disc conversion. So I thought this would be a lot quicker. It took about a month to do. Almost a month.
Yes,
So it took like a month to do this. Just me not knowing what I needed and waiting for parts. Kind of learning as I go. There isn't really a complete write-up on this.
yeah, so like we waited on parts for a lot.
It was just kind of trial and error,
So
what I
let's see.
needed.
So let's see. First thing, we had to wait for the master cylinder because we got it all together, and then we noticed that
Yeah, there's no pedal.
the master wasn't like pushing enough fluid
Yeah.
because, you know, the rear disc is bigger. The rear calipers are bigger than a little wheel cylinder. And then we got the proportioning valve, but that didn't come with a fitting.
Yeah, we needed a fitting on that because the Willwood proportioning valve is drilled differently than the stock
Yeah, it was a
body line.
different thread.
Yeah.
So that already killed like 2 to 3 weeks or something. But now it's finally
So,
done.
If you're watching this, I'll tell you what you need. The whole list. So if you want to do 3/3 coils, recommend doing disc at the same time, because it's a lot easier just to bolt on a new thing than trying to swap over your drum brakes from your old setup. So Silvermine sells this whole thing: caliper, bracket, e-brake bracket. Get all that, and then get the master cylinder, so this part, and then to give you lines that you can just bend. You can see, very simple. And you get the proportioning valve, and then you also need a fitting. So when you get the proportioning valve, it doesn't come with the fitting, which you need to convert from the brake line into the valve. So you need a 3/8 to M10 fitting. You can find that on Z-Car Depot. And then we just bypass the stock proportioning valve. So we just put a union for the rear brakes, and that's it. This is left alone. The only thing you change is the stock proportioning valve. Whew, I think that's everything. We'll link everything in the description so you won't miss out on any parts that you need, and you get it done way quicker than we did.
Yeah. Like we could have finished in a couple of days,
Yeah,
but just waiting.
it was
for
literally
parts.
down like 3 weeks. Jeez. So I think you need at least a 15-inch wheel to fit these. These are actually kind of big. Let me show you the other side. can't really see, but it fills up like 90% of this wheel. So I think you need 15s at least.
Yeah, so I guess that's it, huh?
That's it. Disc conversion and coilover conversion complete.
So this car is finally done.
Yes, I can get that sticker now from Japan that says finished.
Oh yeah, it goes like right here.
Yeah, there's a sticker that you can get. It's like a little letter that says finished. I think I can call it done.
No, you didn't do the engine yet.
Ooh, dang. Next time.
Next time.
Bye bye.
See ya.